Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a great day and enjoying yourself. I just want to pop on for a few minutes to put this out there to you because, well, first of all, hope everybody made it through all those storms last night. Here locally, it was a doozy. Yeah, wind damage in some places, a lot of hail and severe thunderstorms, a few tornado warnings, etc. It was a very active night weatherly. Now, I also wanted to talk a little bit about things to do and the value it might hold to you in your venture into Second Life. A few videos ago, or a few past streams, a viewer wrote in and was sitting there saying how, and I'm paraphrasing a little bit, they needed something to bring her back into Second Life, something to make it worth their while. Now, it just depends on what you're looking for, but Second Life has a lot to offer. From exploring to club hopping. Um, if you're a creator or you like to work with your hands and you got a great imagination, you can design buildings, terraform, create clothing. The list goes on and on. Anything you can imagine, you can practically do. Now, also tying in everything else with support groups as well. If you're going through a dark time in your life, there are three things you need to keep in mind. First of all, you gotta stay positive. We all talk to ourselves a little bit in our own little private conversations, like, damn, I can't believe I did this, or what have you, and blah, blah, blah. But don't beat yourself up over on your mistakes. We got to keep hope in our hearts. Sometimes we get lost in the everyday trials of our existence and everything that we're dealing with at the time, and we forget to keep hope in our hearts and love. Now, the truth is, when you walk with Jesus, you always have hope. Because hope is going to bring joy into your life. It's going to help keep you positive. It will help you through the dark times while you're leaning on Jesus. But once you turn everything over to Him and you accept Him as your Lord and Savior, and you devote yourself to serving His will, things are going to get a little harder. You're going to be tested more. You're going to be pulled in different directions at times. And you're not going to understand sometimes why you're doing this or how you got to a certain place. And that can sometimes put your mindset into a dark place, along with whatever else is going on in your personal life. Don't be coming into Second Life with the thinking of it's a cure-all. No, Second Life is a virtual platform for socializing, making friends, making connections, inspiring you in many different ways. It is what you make of it. Don't get trapped by today's society in Second Life, because that's not what Second Life is. Even though day after day after day, I see it turning more and more into resembling some of the things we see in our culture every day out there in the real world. And that's very dangerous. Very dangerous. Because the closer we become to hit being like a real world in Second Life, more dangers occur, more traps. People will try to use your emotions against you. They'll try to twist you up and spit you out and basically do the same things that you experience in the real world when you're trying to come to a virtual platform like Second Life to get away from all of it. You know, I was talking to somebody the other night, and the question of dating in a virtual world came up. And I was sitting there talking about how, in my experience in Second Life, there are three different personalities in Second Life that pertains to dating. You have the ones that come in here that are looking to play a role, and once they've achieved what they wanted out of that particular role, they move on. But there's what happens. People get attached to that character, not necessarily the person. So when the person that created that character backs away and starts doing something else, the people that got attached to that character gets destroyed. They feel lost. They feel betrayed. Every little emotion under the sun that pertains to actual heartbreak. Then you have the second personality type that's all about trying to find their next true love in a virtual platform to bring it into the real world. And there comes complications with that as well. Not saying that it can't happen. It's just complicated and hard to achieve. Then you have the third personality type that just comes in here to experience the kind of sex that they only dream of. Now that comes with a whole entire separate bag of bones and things you had to be on the watch out for. Now, all three of these personality types that you may encounter in a platform like Second Life, you have to go into it with your eyes wide open. Now, not everyone that you encounter is going to be upfront and honest about all of it. Oh, they're going to sit there and probably string you along, or you might misinterpret their intentions. Now, there have been a few, more than a few actually, that have been completely honest, and yet sometimes people just refuse to accept what they're selling them, and then they get all wrapped up into the fantasy, and when the fantasy comes to an end, they're left devastated as well again. Now, if you were being honest from the very word, and start when y'all first started communicating together, then you know what you're getting into. Plain and simple. But if you're being duped and played with, then just try to do your best to mend your wounds. If you are battling depression, I strongly recommend you seek professional help wherever you are. Because if left untreated, then it can only get worse. Now, there is a difference between feeling blue and being depressed. Now, when you feel blue, it's a temporary type situation. You'll feel it for a day, 2 days maybe, or for a few hours, or until something comes along and perks you right up. Now, depression lasts, the effects are a little bit stronger, and if it goes beyond X amount of time, then I would think that you are really trying to handle with that. But I am not a doctor, and this does not, by any means, should you follow what I'm saying as a prescription. No, on the contrary, I'm just trying to. Each of my streams and in the videos that I make, I'm trying to pick you up a little bit, entertain you, and just maybe make you smile and laugh throughout your day a little bit. I'll purposely do some dumb shit that will make you sit there and scratch your head at times. Just to try to get a laugh out of you, or a reaction of some kind. And that brings me to the last little topic of this live stream. Interacting in your social group. Now, yes, we all have our own things to do. We get busy and wrapped up in our own lives. And yes, that's what it should be. But you also have people that come into certain situations in certain places because they might be looking for some kind of support group or just a group to where they can identify with other people. Whether it be for like role play or exploring or even just talking. So when you join the social groups and you start to feel comfortable in the surroundings that you find yourself, become more interactive. Seriously. And share your thoughts and your ideas on whatever subject it is and whatever type of group you're running around in. Because you'll find some people are coming in here to find particular type of groups. And if you're being quiet all the time, you're going to run off the newbies, the newcomers that are looking for some type of interaction. So always be friendly when somebody new comes in. Maybe strike up a conversation, break the ice a little bit, then try to build a connection. Once a connection is established, then a potential friendship might be found, and what have you. The possibilities are endless, quite honestly. And don't forget that you're only limited by your imagination. Now, as far as the weather is concerned, we tend to be having some more severe weather on the way in certain parts of the country. So if you are in one of those areas that you've been experiencing bad weather, stay safe out there, stay dry, and just keep your head on your shoulders. If you like the content that I produce here in Judge World, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and tell all your friends about Judge World, and I will see you in the next go around. Have a great day. Oh, yeah.